Hi, everybody. I'm Katy Reynolds. I'm a licensed professional counselor and I work with Child Savers on their school-based team. And I'm here with you today in my daughter's playroom to talk about calming boxes. Calming boxes are just such a great tool that you can use to help your child or a child in your life start to practice those self-regulation skills that we're all really looking for from kids. But the truth is that nobody comes into this life knowing those skills and having that innately in them. So they're things we have to practice and learn along the way. And a calming box is a great way to give somebody the chance to practice those skills out independently. What we know is our brain has quite a big disconnect when we're dysregulated. What happens in that moment is the emotion's really high, our hormones are really surging, and so our brain literally can't communicate with all of the parts of itself. And one of the pieces that gets left out is that front part of our brain where the communication and language and problem solving all happens. So when we set up a calming box, it's a way to give a child the space and the tools already accessible. And we're basically going to just have it available to them at all times. And then they can come and find it when they need it. And of course, at first, there's definitely a learning curve there. You're going to have to explain to your child what a calming box is, hopefully create it together, put it in a space where they know where it is, where they can access it on their own, and then ideally model it for them. So then the big question, what is in a calming box? And the answer is it depends on the child, on their age, on all of the things. So I'm going to walk through making one for my little, who is 2 years old. In her box, she really enjoys reading. So I'm going to put a couple of books in there. And these are, as you can tell, kind of related to the concept of calming your body, but they don't have to be directly connected to that. We've also got in here some coloring supplies. She's still in a super snuggly phase, so I've included one of her favorite little snuggle toys. And because she's so little, she's still teething. So, thinking about what might be behind a big reaction or a dysregulation moment, something like teething is a big factor for the really, really little ones. And then this is a big one these days. I actually got these for me, but my little really, really loves them. And, I mentioned earlier that sometimes the disconnect is not being able to access language, right? And so for a lot of us, I think it's also helpful to have visual cards. So things like snuggling with a trusted adult, things like a snack. You see, we've kind of got like our emotion space over here. Another direction that I try to consider with calm down corners and boxes in my work are things that help us learn how to breathe. I find that things like this, where you can blow and really practice that exhale, that's the part that really helps us calm down. It might also be something like bubbles, again, depending on the age of your kid and your comfort level and letting them access that independently. Some things I find older kids really like are things like kinetic sand or Play-Doh, but it changes over time as the kids change, as the needs change and the interests change. I use calm down methods myself. I do keep some things at my desk specifically to help myself out. I'm a big water person. I find water really soothing. So just like a nice face mist is something that I find to be really relaxing. I think I also have a Zen garden kind of tray over there where I can brush through some sand. And I really personally love Play-Doh. There's also some adult versions of it that you can get that are a little bit nicer texture and some that even have some great scents in it. So the goal would be to leave the box fully set up right over here in this corner. So that way she knows where it is. And I would again model and walk through using it myself and maybe name for her in a moment where I see her dysregulated. Hey, it looks like you're really upset. It's totally okay to be upset. Why don't we go to the calm down corner and see if there's something there that you can use to help yourself? It's really important for all of us to have those tools in our life that help us calm down. We're really thinking about things that would take maybe 5 minutes or less to help us go from a dysregulated moment all the way down to feeling more calm and in control of our bodies.